In today's video, we're going to give you what I think is the very first look at a brand new product from the people that make the belt that beat the Bronco 3 times running, my friends and channel sponsors, the folks at Klik belts. And we're going to answer one of the most common questions I've gotten over the last few years about Klik belts to kind of help you decide which one's best for you. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So as I said, my friends and channel sponsors at Klik belts have come out with a brand new belt which is very similar yet very different in one specific way from their other belts, which I think is going to make it very useful and handy in a lot of applications. And we're going to be taking a look at that. We're also going to be answering the #1 question I've gotten over the years about Klik belts. Plus we're going to be talking a little bit about the different styles and selections that are available so you can decide which one's best for you. But first, just a little bit of background. About three and a half years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, we did a Klik belt versus Bronco video in which I pitted the single ply Klik belt versus my 1988 Ford Bronco, otherwise known as the beast that Ford built. And we used the belt as a toe strap basically to pull it up the hill, and it worked fine. We did a couple more Klik belt versus Bronco videos, and so far the score is Klik belt 3, Bronco 0. Klik belt won every time. They've survived every torture test, if you want to call it. And if you haven't seen those videos, I'll put links to them in the video description. You can check them out. They're pretty cool. It was fun to make. So that being said, as we move forward, I've been wearing Klik belts for several years now, and I really like them. They're, again, one of the favorite belts, my favorite belts I've ever used. And what I really like about them is that they are so very strong. So as the Bronco battles testify to. So anyway, this is like the 3rd time I've tried to make this video. The last time it turned out to be like 25 minutes of rambling, so I'm rambling now. I'm going to stop that. First of all, we're going to answer the #1 question I have gotten over the last several years about Klik belts, and we just kind of show you the construction of the belt and why I think they're so cool. And we'll talk real quickly about how you can decide which Klik belt is best for you, and then I'll show you the new product which I think you're going to like. I know I do. So let's get to it. Before I forget, let me remind you that you can save 15% on your Klik belt order by using the coupon code SOP15 at checkout. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, so let's talk about what I think it is that makes Klik belts so special, which is the exact same thing that is at the root of the #1 question I have received about these belts over the years. First of all, Klik belts features a genuine Austria Alpine Cobra buckle. This is the real thing. There are a lot of knockoffs and counterfeits out there, but this is the real thing. This is the one that's rated. This is the one that is made in Austria, and it's the only place you can get it. And I think this came from the military parachuting or air, I guess the military flight industry, but just to show you how it works, it's got a little toggle here, and basically it's got 2 notches here, and then you can see right inside there, it's got those little toggles, and when the Klik belt goes in, it pushes them in. So as it clicks in, it catches those 2 little toggles, and you'll notice, watch these things move. As you pull it out, you can't really see it moving. It just gets tighter. It just but to release it, you just take the pressure off and push it that way, and it comes right apart. So hence the name Klik belt. So there's that. So that's #1. They have this really strong Austria Alpine buckle. You can see the stitching here now. This is X-stitched and bar stitched. These are stitched, by the way, in Texas by Americans. So that's pretty cool. This is the Two-Ply, which is the style that I wear every day for concealed carry. You can see it's got a little stiffer backing on it. And then what I think makes this thing really special is this tail. It's just a really single ply of nylon, and I'm going to show you why that's so cool in just a second, because most of the Cobra buckle belts, or at least many of them that I'm familiar with on the market, don't work like this. They're really a pain in the neck. You got Velcro that's got to come back on itself, and it doesn't work very well. It covers your belt loops. It's kind of a hassle. These are absolutely just like putting a regular belt on. That's where we come to the question. So the #1 question I get is, this thing won't fit through my belt loops. So it's not designed to, it's not supposed to. Let me just show you how I put this thing on. So to me, it's just as easy as a regular belt. So I'm going to get my shirt out of the way and let it all hang out in the interest of science. So basically, this is how I put it on. Just leave the buckle together. Just feed this through your belt loops like you would any belt. If you're going to put a magazine carrier or a holster on, you put it on just like you would any other belt. No difference there. You get it to the front, you just bring it up through there. Now that didn't take any longer than a standard buckle. What's cool about this is though, and they come with keepers. They have little rubber keepers or elastic stretch keepers, fabric keepers that you can put right on there to keep it from flopping around, depending on where your belt loops are or whatnot. What's cool about this is now, if you need to take your pants off to go to the bathroom or whatever during the day, or maybe you just leave your pants, leave your belts on your pants when you change them at night and wear the same ones later or whatever, you just pop it there and just click it back on. That's that simple. And then if you had a big meal, you need a little extra room, you can just kind of ease it out a little bit. Or if you want to tighten up a little bit, you can just tighten it up. To me, that's just super simple. Okay, I hope that clears up any confusion you had about how to put a belt on. But I did want to cover that because seriously, that is the #1 question that I have had over the last several years since I started doing these Klik belt reviews, was the whole belt loop, belt buckle question. So hopefully that answers that. So anyway, okay, so real quickly, as I said, as I was kind of reviewing the Klik Belt's website and planning for this video, I realized that these things kind of look all the same. So what I thought I'd do is just go real quickly over what all the different options are on the website, so you can kind of see what's what, and you can actually see it in 3D, so to speak. So first of all, as you click on the shop button on the website, it's going to take you to this page, and then the first link on the left is going to say 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch single ply, and that's going to be this belt right here. And it's just a single ply of the nylon, features a genuine cover buckle, and very strong. This is this single ply is the first one that beat the Broncos. So there's that. It's available in a lot of different colors. So that's the first one. The next link to the right is the 1.5 inch Two-Ply Tactical Belt. That's the style that I wear. And again, you've got the genuine Austria Alpine cover buckle, and the outer layer is the same single ply nylon webbing, 1.5 mil-spec webbing, but then this one has a stiffener layer inside, which is a much stiffer type nylon. I don't know if it's proprietary or what, but it's a lot stiffer. It's not just 2 layers of this. This is actually a stiffer layer. This supports my Glock 19 very well on a daily basis. So that's the next one. That's the Two-Ply, and again, it's available in a lot of different colors. The next link is the 1.75 inch duty belt, and it's available in 2 different styles. It's available in the single ply style, which is the same as the first one we looked at. Just got a little wider cover buckle, and it's 1 inch and 3/4 instead of 1.5 inches. And there's that. And then if you need something with a little more support, or actually a lot more support, the 1 3/4 inch, 1.75 inch is also available as a 3-ply, which features 3 layers of nylon, 2 layers of the single ply nylon, one on the outside, one on the inside. Then it's got the stiffener layer sandwiched in between them. Again, same tail, same cover buckle, just 1 3/4 inch and 3-ply. So if you really need a lot of support, this is it. By the way, Klik Belts offers military approved uniform colors and several other belt styles. You can check that out. If you like the cover buckle belts, but you really need something a little dressier, you're just partial to leather, then they also offer leather cover buckle belts, and they have these in polished aluminum and in black buckles, and they have it in the brown and the black. And these are again 2-ply belts, so they're stiffer for concealed carry. Got to be honest with you, I don't think they're quite as stiff as the nylon versions, but I've worn these and it supports my Glock 19 really well. The only issue I have with these, and just to be fair, is this tail does not slide as smoothly through there as the nylon. But you know, after it gets broken in, you get it where you need it, it works pretty good. But it's going to take a little break-in period for these, but they do look very nice. And then finally, there is one more style belt, and that is the D-ring buckle belt. And this is an 1.5 inch version, and it's a 2-ply belt with a cover buckle belt with a D-ring on it. So this is not certified climbing equipment, but you need a little extra insurance here for an emergency. That's just a nice little thing to have. And this is also available in a 3-ply 1 3/4 inch. So there's the different belt styles that are available. There are a few more things I want to show you. Just one of them I want to show you is for law enforcement. So if you wear a standard duty belt, you might want the option of having a genuine cover buckle on there. Well, Klik Belt offers those as a replacement for your standard duty belt buckle. They have the extra large, extra wide, and the standard. And if you wear a duty belt on the job, then you probably know which one of these you need, and you also know why you need one, right? So those are available also. I want to show you those. And then just so your furry friend won't feel left out, they also offer dog collars. They have this 1 inch for smaller dogs, like my buddy Max here. And if you have a full-size dog, they have the 1.5-inch version. Both of these feature a D-ring buckle to connect your lead or leash to, so that's pretty cool. Finally, they also offer some really cool utility straps which feature, yes, you guessed it, a Cobra buckle. They have these in variable lengths and several different colors, but where you can cinch something up really tight, then you're going to have to strengthen that Cobra buckle, but if you need to get it undone really quickly, you'll be able to just pop it loose. So pretty cool there. I'm going to use these for hanging my hammock up. I've got a couple of these. I think this will make hammock hanging a lot faster. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully that was helpful in figuring out what's what on the website and without too much rambling. So now let's give you one of the very first looks ever at brand new belt from the folks at Klik Belts. Okay, so one thing all the belts we've looked at so far have in common is they have this genuine Austria-Alpine aluminum buckle, which is really good unless you have to go through a metal detector. So the folks at Klik Belt have worked diligently and they've come out with a solution to that problem. They now have a poly buckle belt available. Everything else the same mil-spec webbing, same sewn in the USA, same lifetime guarantee, but this one has a non-metallic buckle, so it'll go right through a metal detector without having to take it off. Now this exact belt I wore on a backpacking trip, by the way, for a 2-day backpacking trip, and we got rained on pretty good. It got wet. You can see it looks just fine. Did very well. It's a little bit lighter than the aluminum, and when I'm backpacking, ounces count. So let me just show you how this one works. It is, I don't know if they're calling this technically a Cobra buckle, but it's the same principle as a Cobra buckle. It's got these 2 toggles. They're just poly, and they pull out like so. This thing is really, really strong. I don't think it's probably not as strong as the aluminum, but it is absolutely very well rated. One thing that's a little bit different about it I want to show you is that unlike the standard buckle where you can just slide this through, you can see it's got a little spring in it. It's got a little notch back here. You can put your finger and then you can open that gap up. So it's a little bit of a pain in the neck, but it's not that big a deal. I found that it's really worth it in order to not have to take that belt off. So you just pull it through like so, and then it works just like the standard ones. This is available in 1-ply and 2-ply. So for me, I would buy the 2-ply because then it's going to be the same stiffness, the same everything as the 2-ply tactical belt. It's great for concealed carry. I have to go in courthouses a lot to buy permits. I'm in construction. So a lot of them have metal detectors at the courthouse door. So I have to take my pistol off, lock it in the box in the truck, go in, take my belt off most of the time, put it back on. So this will eliminate me having to do that, which I think is a big, big deal if you're having to do that several times a day or several times a week or even once in a while. It's just a pain in the neck. So I'm really excited about this. You got a lot of strength there. You got the convenience of the Klik belt, and you still get the Klik. Not quite as metallic sounding, but it works. So I spoke with the owners of Klik Belts at SHOT Show in January of this year, and they were still in development on this, trying to make sure they got it right. They have it ready for release now, and you are among some of the first people ever to see this. So that's everything you wanted to know and more about Klik Belts, I hope. Be sure, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. There'll be a link in the description below, and there'll probably be one right up here where you can go to Klik Belts and check all this stuff out. Get your very own Klik Belt. And remember, you can save 15% by using the coupon code SOP, all caps 15, SOP 15, all caps. It'll probably be right across the bottom of the screen right here. So once again, thanks to the folks at Klik Belts for being a channel sponsor and for making such a great belt. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put a brand new video out a couple of times a week. Be sure and click the subscribe button and click that little notification bell so you don't miss a single one. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.